Is a 4-year hound from Regina, Saskatchewan. He does wrestling with Notre Dame. Caleb is here today on behalf of the 38th Service Battalion.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak to you today. It is a great gift and honor to be able to talk to other young people about Canada's military, past and present. But let me first acknowledge that this is the traditional lands of the Treaty 4 territory. These are the lands of the Cree, Ojibwe, Saulteaux, Dakota, Nakota, Lakota, and on the homeland of the Métis Michif Nation. They've had a special relationship with these lands for generations, and the relationship will continue for generations to come. Today and every day, we honor the contributions and sacrifices of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people across Turtle Island as we reflect on our shared history. My name is Caleb, and I serve as a private in the Army, as a mobile support equipment operator. As an MSC or mobile support equipment operator, my duties entail driving a variety of vehicles, such as buses, trucks, and other fleet vehicles. As such, I often transport personnel, supplies, and equipment to a varying list of places. Every person who serves in Canada's military has their own unique story. Some come from military families. Some are the first in their household to wear the uniform. But all of us made a choice to be part of something bigger than ourselves. And that choice connects us to each other and to the generations of soldiers, sailors, and aviators who have been there for our nation in times of war and in times of peace. Each year during Veterans Week, we pause to remember and honor the remarkable Canadians who have served in our armed forces. It's hard to believe that some of the bravest among them were not much older than many of us. Teenagers who left the safety and comfort of home to face danger in distant lands. Those young Canadians became part of something vast, securing their place in our history and in our hearts. One of them was Private Leo Major of Quebec. Leo was only 19 years old when he enlisted in the Canadian Army during the Second World War. He deployed overseas with the Regiment de la Chaudière and trained intensively in England for almost 3.5 years. Then, he joined roughly 14,000 Canadians who landed on Juno Beach on D-Day in 1944. That very day, Leo captured an enemy vehicle filled with radio transmitters and code books, vital intelligence for the Allied forces. Days later, he lost his left eye to a grenade while defeating an enemy unit. He refused evacuation, insisting he could still be a sniper with one eye. Leo's determination never faltered, even through broken ribs and serious back injuries. He wasn't fighting for glory, but he achieved it anyway. During the Battle of the Scheldt, Leo captured 93 enemy soldiers, survived a landmine explosion, and helped free the Dutch city of Zwolle from a 5-year Nazi occupation by using gunfire and grenades to make the enemy think they were under attack and forcing them to retreat. Leo's acts of bravery earned him the Distinguished Conduct Medal, an honor he would receive again 6 years later for his service in the Korean War. That makes him the only Canadian to ever be awarded the Distinguished Canadian Conduct Medal in 2 wars. In fact, only 2 other soldiers in the entire Commonwealth have ever done that. Ask your parents why some have nicknamed him the Rambo of Quebec. Private Leo Major was truly an extraordinary human being, and one we must never forget. Neither can we forget Admiral Leonard W. Murray, who played a pivotal role in helping the Allies end the Second World War. The Allies are all the countries who joined together, sharing soldiers, supplies, and strategies to fight against the enemy, which at the time was made up of Germany, Italy, and Japan, whose leaders were trying to control other nations through force, fear, and dictatorship. As Commander-in-Chief of the Canadian Northwest Atlantic, Admiral Murray was the only Canadian to ever lead an Allied theater. I don't mean a theater like where you watch movies or plays. A military theater is a massive geographic area where operations happen. Admiral Murray was in charge of all Allied forces in the Northwest Atlantic: ships, planes, people, and plans from Canada, US, Britain, and many other nations working to stop tyranny and oppression. Leonard's exceptional leadership during the Battle of the Atlantic helped make Allied victory possible. He helped protect thousands of ships against constant attacks from German U-boats as they carried troops, weapons, and fuel and supplies across the Atlantic. Admiral Murray also believed in giving junior officers the chance to command and build confidence in leadership under pressure. He reflected in his memoirs what a blessing it was to have bright young people to accept that kind of responsibility. I think that's a good reminder that you don't have to be older, famous, or in uniform to make a difference. You can start now, whether it's at home, in your school, or in your community, or something bigger. Every single one of you has the power and potential to do amazing things. And all it takes is a little bit of intention and a lot of initiative. Taking action through many small steps to make a positive impact. Just like what we're doing today. By taking time to listen and learn about our past and great Canadians like Leo and Leonard, you're helping their legacy live on. And you can carry forward their hopes for a better world. It's been 80 years since the Allies finally won the grueling fight for freedom against Nazi rule. We call that VE Day, which stands for Victory in Europe. Though we may not know all their names, we remember with deepest respect and gratitude the 45,000 plus Canadians who died in the Second World War, and the many more who returned home injured, often with wounds that couldn't be seen. There are so many untold stories of loyalty, integrity, of compassion and commitment, of duty and discipline, resilience and resolve. Values and principles that Canadian Armed Forces members still live by today. We are always ready to help people in need, supporting communities through natural disasters like fires and floods, protecting Canadian sovereignty in the Arctic, working with allies and partners to build peace, security, and stability around the globe. There are thousands of ways that CAF members serve every day, at sea, in the air, on land, even online and in space. It's not always easy, but it's immensely rewarding. We're proud to stand up for what matters, to defend the Canada we love, to be part of a team that feels like family, and to make a meaningful difference in the lives of others. We draw strength from the courage and conviction of those who came before us, and we will faithfully defend the freedoms they fought so hard to secure. Their service and sacrifice must never be in vain. During Veterans Week, we recognize and celebrate the service and sacrifice of those who came before us, the diverse and deeply devoted service members who fought to keep us safe and helped shape our world today. Their stories are our stories, Canada's stories. And whether we wear the uniform or not, we draw so much inspiration from them. By sharing their stories, we carry forward their legacy for future generations. When we say, lest we forget, we're making a promise to keep their stories alive and to honor our veterans with our words and actions, not just during this week, but every week. I hope you've enjoyed this opportunity to learn more about our shared history and that you will do your part to keep these stories alive. Thank you.
Thank you, Caleb, for sharing with us today. Please accept our gift of appreciation.